Okay, so this one goes out to my daughter and only my daughter. Okay. And please excuse my appearance. It's been a really rough 24 hours. Okay. Isabella Murray, how your name came to be. All right. Okay, so my mother, your grandmother, my mother's name was Mary. All right. Mary Jean, you know. Yeah, explain that. Okay, so Mary Jean, because her mother's name was Mary also. Mary Isabel. All right. And but Mary, you couldn't just say Mary once, so you had mom was Mary Jean, right, for the whole family. And later on in life, that's how I also would realize if they were friends or somebody from the family, because it's how they called her name, Mary or Mary Jean, right? Well, then her mother, her name was Mary Isabel. Isabel. I like Isabella, I just kind of like the flow of that, but she meant a lot to me. They both did. And then your other great grandma was Clara Murray, right? Clara Murray. Murray. She always liked that name. She always said how she didn't like the name Clara, but she liked Marie, and she wished that she was called Marie. And Marie is a derivative of Mary. So that's how, I incorporated all the three women that mattered the most to me in my life into your name. And that's how. And then Twilight came out, and screwed that whole thing up, So quite frankly, for the first 12 hours of your life, you were baby girl Thompson, because I was fighting. I was like, do I really want, do I want to saddle her, if you will, with that name, a name that everybody else seems to have? But that's why, and I did, because those three women were still that was important. Those women are important, But that's also why I started calling you Isa, Isa. Everybody else wanted to call you Bella, and so did I. But I don't know if you remember. You even yelled at me one time, don't call me Isa, because I call you Isa. I remembered hearing a friend, her mom called her Isa once, and it was 222. It was incredible. Just hearing that, because that's special, that's unique. Isa, you are special and you are unique, okay? But you now know where your name comes from. And you know why I called you what I called you. I love you, baby girl. I love you. Stay strong.